For the month of September, my friend Grant and I rated whiskeys, and we called it the Whiskey Arc. I compiled some short edits from each of these 14 different videos. I'm a certified bartender, but I don't have a lot of experience when it comes to alcohol tasting. So that's something I'm working on, and decided to spend a month focusing on whiskey because I would consider it the type of alcohol I'm least familiar with. If you're interested in seeing more alcohol or even anime and other content, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. Thank you, and without further ado, let's check out some whiskey.
Fleischmann whiskey from Kentucky.
Strong alcohol scent and maybe like a hint of wood.
Smell the barrel.
Smoother than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Expecting it to be a little more overpowering. It doesn't really have a lot going for it either.
Not much of a taste. Kind of forgettable.
5.
4.5.
Old Crow. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, the original sour mash. Kind of an interesting scent. Sour. Kind of pleasant. Not very sour.
Not much of a burn either.
Not as smooth as it could be, but better than the last one. 6.
On 5.5.
Recommended as a cheap whiskey.
Got a peach tea whiskey, Stillhouse. Oh man, that's very powerful. Peach, you almost can't smell it. It's like a hint of it.
That's good.
Oh damn. Oh, that's really good. A peach syrup.
You taste the tea.
An 8, just a solid 8.
8. Jim Beam apple.
Smells very sweet. Yeah, very sweet apple smell.
Is that a Granny Smith?
Appley taste.
It's like
Almost
a sweet heat.
Almost a syrup taste, like a maple syrup.
I think this is an 8.
Also gonna give this an 8. An Ezra Brooks. Ooh, it's a strong alcohol scent. There's a little sweetness to it, but it ain't much. That's whiskey.
Good sour, good burn.
Good sour mash. Give that a 6.
6.5. Going Evan Williams style. Smells pleasant.
Yeah. Not super sweet on the taste, but it is very smooth. A little tad bit sweeter than most whiskeys.
Honestly, not that good. 6.5.
I'm just going to give it a solid 6. We have Fireball. Sharp, cinnamon. I think it really goes good with the alcohol smell. Very sweet. Here we go. Like having an atomic fireball.
Yeah.
Very cinnamony. Whiskey is almost an aftertaste. Like,
Yeah.
it's hardly there. When you compare it to other whiskeys, it's less pronounced. Give it an 8.5.
Same. Deep Dog Peanut Butter Whiskey.
I don't know how to describe it. Peanut butter whiskey never really smells like peanut butter, but it has a very distinct scent to it. It smells more like a syrup.
Caramel.
Yeah, caramel. You know, whiskey and a sort of nutty. Nut taste is less pronounced, I guess.
A sense of this nuttiness, like
Yeah.
a little hints of the peanut butter.
It's another 8 for me.
I think so too.
Jack Daniels. Ooh. It smells like you'd expect a whiskey to smell, but there's definitely a noticeable hint of sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Like a maple.
That's a whiskey. Oh,
Ooh, that aftertaste is really good.
yeah.
Kind of sweet and nutty.
Keeps it pretty well balanced.
I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna give it an 8. Solid 8. John L. Sullivan. What is that? It's supposed to be a sweet, musty smell.
See how it tastes.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. It does taste musty, but not in
Yeah.
a bad way. Light, it's musty, it's woodsy. Solid 7.
Yeah. 7. We have 2 gingers. Smells pleasant.
This one's kind of musty too. Musty, woodsy. It's a little sweet, but barely.
Vanilla, maybe a little bit of hint of citrus.
Generous. Bump that up to a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 7 too.
Brown sugar bourbon. Ooh, yes, that's very pleasant. Very sweet. Yeah, you can definitely smell the brown sugar. Definitely smell the whiskey. Maybe vanilla. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and it all goes so good.
You got the smooth, sweet taste of brown sugar and the kick of the heat from the whiskey. Give this bad boy a 9.
I'm right there with you. This bad boy is a 9. So damn good.
Glenlivet, single malt Scotch whiskey.
Sweet. It's getting like a little bit of apple.
Maybe a bit of pine wood. Give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Glen Roth's Bayside Single Malt Scott Whiskey. I get a bit of the smokiness. That must be where the creme brulee comes into play.
Hint of pear.
I'm smelling the sweetness, so that might be the vanilla.
Oh, man.
Taste the pear. Coconut must be subtle, because I'm not really tasting. But a solid 8.
Go for a 9. It was that good.
Damn! That was the last episode of The Whiskey Arc. I hope you enjoyed, YouTube. Take it easy.